Okay, cool.
Cool beans.
Well, I'm already tired.
Yeah, okay. Good podcast.
Do you want a paper straw?
No.
I'll keep it here, just in case you need it.
Okay. This is your life.
It's my life.
Do you like the way you sound?
Oh, fine.
Do you want to listen to these and see how you sound?
I already know how I sound on those.
Perfect.
Yeah. You know, you can hit record and tweak with our sounds, because I think that'll be fun to mess with from editing.
I'm just so used to when we hit
That
record that we go right into
Yeah. You're like, this perfection pressure.
Yeah. This is changing everything.
I know. Well,
Our dynamic.
What did
We'll
it
say since we started doing video, you seems like you're dressing nicer normally.
Yeah, I really am.
Really?
Except for it's summertime, so my bangs are hot. So everybody's going to think I don't have any bangs if they ever just only watch this.
Yeah.
Because my bangs are up.
Oh, yeah, I was noticing that last week. I didn't like the way I looked last week.
Yeah.
You're not going to way you look. I guarantee it.
The opposite of men's warehouse is like men with no confidence.
No.
You're not going to like the way you look.
Yeah.
We guarantee it. Well, I drank all my drink before the podcast even started.
Yeah. But you know how we're doing this whole thing where we're going to now videotape our spontaneous conversations before?
What if I just...
And I was like, ugh.
This is Petals and Pricks with Kelsie and Jurkens, where we talk about me and recap The Bachelor. Jurkens loves it. Kelsie's never seen the show, but she's giving it a try for true friendship. Petals and Pricks with Kelsie and Jurkens.
Jonah Jurkens.
Kelsie Huff.
Oh my God, we're back doing a podcast. Everybody's life's gonna be the greatest.
The greatest.
Oh, what are
Not
we...
like some of the people we noticed on the show.
Oh no, a bunch of turd burglars.
Turd burglars.
Show. But
Ooh, I was gonna say knob goblins.
oh, same. What rank is a knob goblin worse than a turd burglar?
I would say turd burglars worse than a knob goblin.
Well, now you know, America.
Yeah.
And internet.
Right?
Yeah. So we're not really talking about turds.
Well, yeah, we saw a lot of turds.
We're talking about The Bachelorette, you guys. If you found us for the first time, welcome. I'm Kelsie Huff.
I'm Jonah Jurkens.
And we're going to be talking about The Bachelorette.
We are.
We're the Petals and Pricks podcast.
Yeah, about The
my
Bachelorette.
gosh.
If you don't know, I like the show. Kelsie does not.
I don't. I
this
for sure don't.
This show originally started as me trying to convince you it's a good show because you never saw it before.
Yeah.
And instead you spiraled down a very, very dark hole.
I would say that we are coming to a conclusion that this show... I feel like you don't love it as much. You still love it. You love reality TV in general.
Well, I would say the repetitiveness of it is getting to me a tad.
Yeah.
But I do like it still. Mm-hmm. But it is very repetitive.
Yeah. It's the boringest.
I wouldn't say it's the boringest.
Would you say The Bachelorette should be called the Snoozle Snoozle?
The Snoozle Snoozle?
Yeah. Will you take the Snoozle? Can I steal you for a moment for Snoozles?
No. I think it's like, can I steal you for a moment because I'm gonna blow some people's brains right now? No, it's good.
Oh, but you're seeing some of the behind the curtains, you'd say.
It's not behind the curtains. It's just the repetitiveness of like it's just kind of like it's always a 2-1 and all this stuff, which is fine. But it's formulaic, of course. But that's what works. But the stuff behind it is very interesting still.
Okay.
Getting to know these people and finding love.
So now you guys know our status on it.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick recap of the show. So we're in a season 14, week 5, episode 5. We've got Camel one-on-one with Colton.
Yeah.
We've got Wayne Newton group date songs.
Yeah.
We've got a 2-on-1 in the desert with 2 duds. We've got Chris cocaining out and having a freak out, right? And then
we called on day 1.
Yeah, Jonah was all like, I think that guy likes...
We called on day 1.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it as a unison drug spotting.
Yeah.
And then we finally have a rose ceremony where we have a goodbye.
We have a goodbye.
We have a goodbye.
I say goodbye for you.
Say goodbye for me.
Because you're fighting a good fight with John.
I was, yeah. I was like, you got this, John.
During his singing, did you fall in love?
No.
He was so spastic. When he was like singing, it was like all over the place, and he was trying so hard.
A lot of shoulder work, a lot of elbow work.
A lot of shoulder work, but like really like just bouncing up and down, like please for the love of God.
Yeah.
Like it took all of them to bring that energy out.
Yeah.
And man, that did not work with the cast members and 10 people that were in the crowd to see Wayne Newton.
Man, I hope they
put some smoke in the background to hide that nobody was there.
Well, that wasn't enough smoke, though, was it?
It was not, because I could see right through it.
I hope they got a good goodie bag for
Right.
coming to that.
Right.
That
And you know
set
what?
that day.
Having that smoke and then having Wayne Newton appear through it makes a lot of sense.
Because he looks like a goose.
I'm very scared from Wayne Newton. I was scared of him
In the 80s?
No, yeah, but then also in National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, and that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, he's still looking tight.
Yeah.
That is
my
a guy
Lord.
who's had all of his face lifted. All
Right.
of them. All of the faces have been lifted.
And to live that long off of a single,
He's crushing it.
off of a one-hit wonder from the 40s.
Well, he's doing
is
something.
incredible
isn't
to
he?
me.
Yeah.
He's
So
like a billionaire.
we get to go see the Wayne Manor.
Oh, yeah, Wayne Manor.
What if he was really Batman this
He
whole
can
time?
barely talk.
Oh,
it
man.
makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
He's gonna live forever.
He's, I think, the guy that wrote Batman, which I'm forgetting his name, but I watched a fun documentary on it. I think that he would say, you know why what we should do this cartoon on is these stories my grandfather tells a lot. They're great, and I think we should write them down. And then the guy was like, cool, who's your grandfather? And he said, Wayne Newton.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Why is that not in the documentary? Is the real question.
I'm whenever I close my eyes, I see Wayne Newton, and it's very scary.
Have you always, or just ever since this episode?
Well, I always have, but like it was the old Wayne Newton when he was like a fat kid that we didn't know if it was a girl or boy yet.
Oh.
When he would sing Donkashay.
Nah, darling,
Donkashay. What's
which,
your other hit?
which other? I'm sure there are
What-
more. I just don't know of them.
Is there?
There's got to be. So he was a Vegas guy, so he had concerts, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he just did a lot of covers.
Is it just Donkashay over and over again?
I mean, I feel like that's his big.
And then they show the clip from Ferris Bueller, and
Right.
he's like, "That's my song."
Yeah, Ferris Bueller, also a problematic movie. Oh
God.
man.
It's a great movie. How's that problematic?
Oh, I don't. I think
You're in a mood today.
I am not, Jonah.
You are
Stop
such in a
gaslighting
mood
me,
today.
Chris. Like, I'm not in a mood. I feel like, and I'm not alone on this, a lot of people I know go back and they're like, as adults, are like, Ferris Bueller's a fucking dickhead.
Oh yeah, no, he's an asshole.
He's an asshole. I don't want him to win. I want him to go to school. Like, I'm on the Jennifer Grey wagon.
Yeah.
That guy's a dick.
Yeah.
That guy is a dick.
Well,
Let's
there's
not talk about the principal because he's a
well, there's a theory that
criminal.
Cameron is actually Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
That's the theory that Cameron.
Which would be a more interesting
Manifested-
Westworld-esque movie
Yeah,
than
that
it actually
he manifested Ferris Bueller
is. Yeah. Ugh.
because it was like everything he wanted to be.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Cameron. I like him. He's
yeah,
a very sad rich kid.
in that movie.
Very sad rich
Yeah.
kid. He's also that actor. Do you watch HBO's Succession?
I haven't watched it. He's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Good show.
It's very hard to watch. You know how I feel about rich people, Jonah.
Yeah, you do.
And I really want to burn everybody to the ground if you're
Yeah.
watching that show.
And it's
And
very
you
interesting.
snooze.
You know, okay, well, let's go back to The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nancy.
Yeah, sorry, Nancy. But Ferris Bueller and I think Wayne Newton's really was holding on to that for
Yeah.
sure. And wouldn't you? I
With
guess
his golden microphone. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
it was great. That I wondered when we got to the Wayne Newton part if he's just always riding his horse, waiting to give tours to people who just magically
Right.
walk in. He's like, he doesn't really know what the Bachelorette is.
Right.
He's just like, welcome to my manor. Let me show you this Frank Sinatra stuff. If he just gives tours to anybody
I
passing
think you could
by,
just knock on his door and just be like, "Hey, I liked you," and he's like, "Vegas vacation?" Huh? You're like, "Yeah,
Yep, that's the one.
yeah,
that's the one. So let's go to the beginning of this bad boy.
Okay,
They're
so
in Vegas.
They're in Vegas. Starting off with a lot of poker puns.
Lot
I was
of
gonna be
risks.
very excited about it.
Yeah.
Not excited about it. Very upset about it. We start with I'm gonna double down on love.
Yep. A lot of risks, a lot of gambling.
Yeah.
And I always wrote down here, house always wins. And you know Chris Harrison's in the background like,
Yeah. yeah.
house always wins, you sons of
You
bitches.
son of a gun.
A lot of swingers trying to be like, let's go, baby. Hey, baby.
Yeah, Vegas, baby,
Vegas, baby, Vegas. And they are loving that room.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was
I
really- they-
heard a squeal.
Yeah, I wrote down, why are you there? I've never seen a group of men so like, like so excited.
Twirly staircase.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah,
Everything
they
they
were
would do,
loving
they
it.
were freak. Every time like Becca would come in, they're like, "Ah!" like all the time. It was
We need
insane.
to get the vapors out for them. Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? And also, what's very funny is for some reason Becca was surprised by the water.
yeah.
She's like, oh my God. And then she was like, I mean, that happens like every 20 minutes. Yeah.
She didn't know there was a fountain behind her.
Yeah. It was one of my. Oh,
It
Jesus.
turned
Okay.
into like shot cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's in the room with the guys blowing kisses, being very Vegas-y. It's kind of silly,
Yeah.
right? So they're seemingly having a great old time.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this.
Yeah, having fun. I thought it was really funny because they showed they're like, oh, it's got a gym in there, and then they showed David working out, right? David, yeah, David working out.
David or Blake, I can't remember.
It was David, and I thought it'd be real funny if he was like got nervous because the camera was there, and then he knocked himself out
Oh,
with,
God.
with a weight.
He just
and then his
constantly-
other eye was fucking bloodshot red.
It would be funny if he's like he just is like the walking sort of.
What a catty little bitch, too.
Oh man, yikes!
Yeah.
David, how they have or how you have chosen to present yourself on this
my Lord.
show is not
No.
attractive.
I would say
But we're gonna get
he
to
would
two
have
dudes.
a crush on Jordan, I would say.
Well, there's just some two duds. They're just not. They're not playing the game well.
Yeah.
They're just not playing that game well.
And that-
either of them.
You can also, I think, how people talk about Vegas, you can get a big idea of who they are.
What do
For
you
instance,
mean?
like Chris, he's like, my type of town. You know,
Oh yeah.
Hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow. Yeah, we get it.
That dude for sure has had paid for sex.
He has a
I bet
vibe.
he paid for sex while he was there.
He has a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna get really into Chris later.
Yeah. Holy cow.
But every time I think about it, every time I say Chris, I always think Harrison.
I do too.
Yeah.
For some reason too, I thought he spelled it differently. For some reason, I don't know why I thought it was
Like different
K.
Chris?
That was K, Chris with a K, but
It
it's
looks like it would be
it's Chris
K-
with a C.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He looks like he should be a Chris with a K.
Well, I assume Chris Harrison would be like,
Chris with a
nobody
Z at
spells
the
your
end.
name like me.
Yeah.
Get out of this show right now.
I'm surprised he hasn't trademarked his own name.
Yeah, right. Bro, we might have.
You think so?
We would probably have to be paying him this whole time.
Yeah.
So the next morning, the dudes are guessing the game. Like, is it going to be a one-on-one? Ooh, ooh. And Colton was like,
Well, I like the one part with Colton was really funny. I don't know why, but like they're all together, and he's like, "Let's start this thing off with a bang." And then he looked over like a bang was gonna happen, and then nothing happened. And then he was like, "Oh,
oh.
it was really funny."
I set that up for nothing.
Yeah, you're like, "Let's start this off with a bang."
Huh, guys? Huh, guys?
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna try again. I made it off. Let's start this off with a bang.
Crickets.
No. Okay, cool.
They're still holding on to that Tia thing, and everybody needs to let that go, but they're not because that's the thing. I hope she
The
forgot
Tia
about
thing?
Tia. I'm like, everyone's forgotten about it.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
I feel
a
like,
big deal.
I feel like
Let's move on.
Becca has shown that she kind of holds on to things.
That's why I couldn't be on the show because I hold on to water. Wait, up,
Yeah.
Chuck. Okay, let's move on.
What?
I don't know.
You're going through some shit. Hey, I got a question for you. Have you been to Las Vegas before?
I have. That
Does
was
it
my
make-
question. Do you enjoy Vegas?
I do.
Okay.
But I was wondering because I wrote down Vegas really makes guys into douchebags. And I wondered if it made me into a douchebag because I went during my early 20s.
Probably.
I went
Jonah.
for 21, 22, 23, 24.
You went for birthdays?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a summer thing me and my friends would do before school. Once we hit 21.
Yeah.
And we had some fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the
Hookers and
details.
blow, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know the details.
Kidding.
But you just setting up. Oh, hi, Foot. Sorry. You just setting it up. Maybe it was douchey. I don't know. Like,
don't
what
know.
did you do?
Got really drunk every night.
Yeah, I'd probably like walking down the street and being like, "Whoa," like that.
No, but I definitely got lost in Vegas for a whole night.
Just a night on your own.
Well, because I was 1 year I went with my friend and his girlfriend who he's now married to, and then her roommate who I was friends with, and then they decided to have a date. So then her and I went out, and then we got like very drunk. We hung out with Chris Moneymaker.
Who's that?
Not Chris Moneymaker. We hung out with the Jesus guy. I'm sorry, poker player. He goes by Jesus. I forget his
Okay.
name now. Always was a hat. This is when poker was really popular. For some reason, we hung out with them, and then it was just a weird night. Yeah, Vegas is always weird. Such a weird time.
You can just get into adventures.
You get into adventures, and this is like, and my phone died, and then I think she got drunk, and then she went to get a cab, and then thought that I left her. So then I just kind of looked over and I watched her get into a cab, and she left, and I was like, I'll walk home. And then you forget that, like,
it's everything's so far.
so far,
Yeah.
but it seems so close.
But it is far.
So I got.
It's a desert mirage.
I walked, and then my friend finally found me at like 9 a.m.
Whoa, somebody had to
Still
find
walk-
you.
Yeah.
You just kept walking all
I just kept walking, and I kept getting,
Why, you didn't, like, go in
I
to
was
get
like, oh, I'll take the
breakfast?
shortcut, and I went to take a shortcut, and then it was just through construction, and I'm like, what wing am I in? I don't know how I was allowed to get into the places I was, but I was stumbling around while people were running and getting ready for work the next day.
Wow. I'm sure that happens
I'm sure
a
it
lot
happens
in
a lot.
Vegas.
Yeah, it was on the strip too. Yeah. Who runs on the strip?
So wait, were you in the new strip or like the old
The
like
new
by
strip.
Circus?
I've never been. To
Oh
the
yeah,
old
that's
strip.
a trip.
Is
That's
it?
a trip. Yeah. I
heard you
remember
get
going in.
pickpocketed a lot.
Oh, I didn't. Thank
No?
goodness. Well,
That's
probably
good.
because they're like, she doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
But I went I like to just people watch, And I remember going to Circus in like old school Vegas where like pregnant cocktail waitresses smoking, like the whole thing. You're like, dang.
Yeah.
This is in the 90s too. I think that's when I went.
The 90s?
Well, that's when when I went to Circus. Yeah.
Oh, so you're a kid.
No, that must have been early 2000s because I was definitely old enough to drink. So it could not have been the 90s.
No, we're like the same age.
You know how I'm saying like time, man, when you get older, time all squishes together.
It really does.
Everything to me is like, oh, that was 2 years ago. Like, no, that was about 12 years ago. And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I remember finding a place, what was it? Circus Soleil, not Circus Soleil, but there's a place where they have $1 Michelobes.
Oh, a Michelob.
So we don't start
I didn't
there.
know you were a Michelob man.
Well, when they're $1. But then
You're like, I'm a dollar
It would like
man.
fuck with your brain a little bit because then like when you would like we'd start drinking there and then when you'd go out, it'd be like you'd order like 3 drinks and it'd be like $40 and you're like, I can
what
have
about
40 Michelobes.
Excuse me, sir. How many Michelobes is
Yeah,
this? That's
yeah.
That's,
Everything was
you don't
equated to
see-
that.
You don't see anything in dollar
You're telling me
signs?
that you telling me these 3 drinks costed me 40 Michelobes? That's insane. I could go kill myself.
Everything's in Michelob. Even when you go to Walgreens,
Yeah.
you're like, how much is this? Is this 20 Michelobes
Yeah.
for this T-shirt? I don't know
Right.
why you're buying T-shirts at Walgreens, but you're walking around all night long. Who knows what adventures
Yeah, I get a
you're
new
getting in.
TV. It's like it's a 600 Michelob set. How many Michelobes is Netflix? Netflix is 10 Michelobes a month.
That's our new dollar. Oh, America, we're
Just
going into
Michelobes.
Michelob.
Yeah, Michelob.
Michelob currency.
Yeah.
Michelob's a great word to say. Now that I'm
Michelob?
saying it, like,
It's fun.
Michelob.
Michelob because it reminds you of Nickelodeon.
I don't know. It's just a Michelob.
Michelob.
It's fun.
These are Michelobes.
Michelobes.
How many Michelobes is that?
I don't know. We got about a 20 Michelob listener rate right now.
Yeah. Yeah, people are like, and I'm done with them. I've given them 5 episodes this season.
And all they're doing is repeating Michelob for
Yeah.
a minute.
Michelob.
Oh, Colton. Let's go back to his camel
Okay.
date. What a bummer of a date.
Yeah, that does one of those. You could tell even Becca was just like, yeah, we're on camels.
Yep, we're on camels. And
What a weird like little circular thing that you have to be on top of.
yeah.
I feel like it's like a carnival ride.
Yeah, it doesn't look very stable.
Yeah,
The
we're like where you
camera
spin
angle,
it and then you go all around.
Oh, yeah, like a
Remember that
teacup?
one? Yeah,
like
yeah,
a teacup. Yeah. The camera
That'd be kind of funny
angle-
with the hand thing.
Oh.
That was kind of cute. where they're
Yeah.
trying to
It
grab each
kept
other's hand.
going. The camels this is what I like. The camels like, we're not here to play.
Yeah.
Like we're not your dainty
Yeah, they're like,
motherfucking
do you know how much
horses.
I'm abused every day? I
Yeah.
don't need your shit.
We
on
don't
top
need
of
your
me.
get out of here.
Yeah.
They did focus on the Virgin River sign. Nothing like beating us over the head.
They really did. But
So
there's
there's no reveal that he's a virgin yet.
no.
But they are really trying to hit it home.
I have been told that he's not really a virgin.
Yeah, so
right?
why are they picking a thing? Why are they picking a thing?
I don't know. I noticed that too.
It's like, stop. I just put nothing like the Bachelor franchise, like beating you over the head with a pun or a thing that we don't care
Well,
about.
I put the subtitles on and right underneath it's just a parentheses and I go, "Am I right?"
You liar. That's pretty funny, though.
That's very good, right? Yeah,
Be like, high five.
yeah. Am I right? Get it?
Get
Yeah.
it? Oh, man, that would be a really fun. I know
And
they
it just said like, "See what we did there."
see what we did there. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have like a bad lip reading on YouTube. It would be great of a captioning.
Yeah.
Bad captioning.
Yeah. Let's
That'd be
start
dope.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Trademark.
It's so dope.
Trademark. Dope,
Yeah.
you guys. Dope, you guys.
Yeah, it's
Hot
pretty
tub
dope.
in a desert. They're like, this is so crazy. Is it that crazy?
I would be so frustrated if I was that hot tub company.
Oh, because it was very much like, this is the
It just seems like
dumbest
they're always
idea.
like, "Hey, can you put a hot tub on top of that building?" They're like, "Why?" They're like, "Well, because we thought visually it would be very cool." Like, do you know how much work it? Just get it done, please.
Get it done. Yeah.
We'll go with somebody else.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Here's your contract." You're like, "This is under what we quoted you." They're like, "Yeah, but we can get somebody else cheaper." You're like, "Fine, I'll fucking do it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to scam. Scammers.
One of these days, I think we're gonna see a what's the wind zipper? No, the zipper reel.
Zip line?
No, the carnival ride where like you're flat and it goes up and then it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. You have that like where your stomach goes in your throat, kind of.
That's
You know what I'm
I don't
talking
know
about?
which ride that is,
Well,
but I get
you're
it.
like
I get it.
you're still up the whole time.
So you're standing up.
Yeah.
Are you going in a circle, or is it like the tidal wave where you like go up and then you just kind of like a U?
Or even in that thing.
Okay.
That's like the boat thing.
Okay.
What if they're like, hey, we're gonna do a thing on that.
So you just have to build it. Or like you just hire some carnies and whip it up right away.
Yeah, where they do like we're gonna do the hot tub on that. And they're gonna be like, why?
God. Why? Just
Could
fucking do
you
it.
imagine Becca being like, what the fuck is going
Oh,
on here? Like
man.
falling back and forth, and then
Just sloshing the water everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you know what? We're the Bachelor franchise. Do what we say. We
Yeah.
can go to get another. We can get another contract on this.
we get another contract.
What do you think would be I wonder, like historically on camera, the worst date event on The Bachelor, Bachelorette? Because we were talking about
I can tell you, camel riding.
camera. Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
just did it.
I just told you.
I just told you because I wonder too if we go back in time. You know, because again,
What would you say?
would be the worst.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like the most boring, but like somebody thought it would be like this is going to be the most exciting adventure.
Yeah,
And my
I can
mind
get a
goes to
couple.
like popped balloon. My mind always goes to like surprise violence or death. So let's take those off. Like you're on an air balloon and it pops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a bad date. But I just mean like this, where you're like, this is going to be so romantic.
I would say the ones that we've seen that I would say that there probably would be bad dates. One, escape room.
Oh, escape room.
You
Okay.
missed that one, but that was the season before we started watching.
Okay.
They do escape room, where you just get in a fight with somebody. You're like, no, fucking, that's a button over there.
Yeah.
No, it's over there. You're not listening to me.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. It's like going to IKEA.
Yeah. You can see some people's
You're gonna
frustration
break up.
together.
Yeah.
That one. What was the one with Ari that was real dumb?
Oh, everyone with Lauren?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are very
The
boring.
silent dates?
Yeah. Oh, the one where they had to eat in dark. Did you ever been in one of those restaurants?
No, but I saw that. That's in a movie about time.
Huh? Oh, it is?
There's a movie where they're like, that's how they have their meet cute.
Oh, really?
They're in a
Yeah,
a dark
they did
restaurant.
that dumb date at
Yeah.
one of the ones. I would say this taxidermy.
Oh, the taxidermy. Although that was kind of like, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Like if you put taxidermy on paper, I'd be like, I don't know. But I thought that one with Kendall
Turned out to be good.
turned out to be all
That's
right.
just Kendall's so damn charming.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the other thing. Like, I feel like it would be, even if things are like going bad, if you have somebody that's like, this is crazy, but we're
Yeah.
in it together,
Right.
that seems to be okay. I feel like when it gets so like painfully awkward and
Yeah.
it's a bad event,
Right.
that's when it's like,
So what would be
ooh,
the most awkward thing you could think of?
gynecologist appointment?
There you go. Yeah, could you imagine that?
Hey, come along with me to my pap.
Yeah.
That would be, to be fair, it might be hilarious.
Yeah,
but
where the
that
person's
guy
like,
would be
hold
like,
this for a second.
what do I do?
Oh,
Where do I go?
Where do I look? Where do I look? Where do I look? Where do I look? Where do I look?
Yeah. There's a mammogram. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
try to squeeze my boob in this thing. You just hang out over there.
What about-
what? Where? Oh, look at this magazine.
Yeah. Or grandmother's funeral.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty bad. Yeah.
That would be crazy.
That would be pretty intense. But like you have like a jumper at the
but
funeral.
then you have to speak at it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's the challenge.
everybody had to speak
Wayne
at the-
Newton comes up. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Being like, this is a sad day in our lives.
Yeah.
And for your challenge today, you've got to write Nana's eulogy.
Yeah.
It's not unusual to be
eulogized.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe that's, we just nailed it. We
about-
fucking crushed that
How
date.
about manure salesman?
Oh, yeah. So is the challenge that you
Have
have
to sell the most
the
manure.
most manure?
Yeah.
It'd be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wonder how you do it.
Now my brain's just going to really bad things.
Yes, that's
yeah.
the thing that I usually think of is
Yeah.
like, death,
Yeah.
which is bad.
Harry Potter
World?
world.
That would be, for you, it'd be bad.
Yeah, it'd be real bad.
Oh no,
Not a
there's,
fan.
you know that you can use the wands.
To do what?
They do things in the park. So if you buy a wand,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Okay, I want to go.
Okay.
You convinced me.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That's all I never
Yeah.
went. My sister's a big Harry Potter head or whatever they're called.
We're making kombucha together.
Oh man, you and my sister would not get along.
That'd be the worst.
She loves Harry Potter and she makes her own kombucha.
Really? It's
Yeah.
very dangerous. You shouldn't be doing that.
Oh no. Well,
Okay.
she's like a chef. She knows stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're saying like you should, like a regular person shouldn't be making a fungus
Yeah.
a mother.
Day at hospice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that would be terrible.
Day at hospice would be bad.
Yeah.
Or it would be like we know what we
Monopoly tournament.
Oh my God, fuck that. That would for sure be the worst.
Yeah.
Or it would be like, you've got to go. Your challenge today is there's a lice outbreak in a middle school. Like, that would be my nightmare.
Yeah.
I'd just be like,
Go find it.
itching the whole time.
Use your toothpicks or whatever they use.
Or maybe it's just like, it doesn't end up being that way, but it's like, you have to be a school photographer the day.
God.
And then there's just, of course you're finding lice.
Substitute teacher in high school.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Gross. Oh. Anyways. But close to that, camel.
Yeah, that
Camel
was
day.
rough.
It was rough.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just rough, it was boring, too many puns. Like they
Yeah.
kept trying to make something happen. And then what do you think about their dinner date? I feel like
That was fine.
he clearly knows this show. Like he was using monologues from every show he've watched and like cobbled it together.
Yeah.
I just felt it was so like
Man, you're so pessimistic on everything.
manufactured. But you could like
I
if
can
you
see that.
if you go
'Cause
back like
I-
all of his verbiage, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
I was like, Colton's story is definitely hitting real home for Becca. It seemed like he kind of like focused on that story to kind of like get her to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I went through the same thing. You know?
Yeah. The breakup story, the word
And that
love.
guy's like gorgeous. He's only been in love once. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, there's something that's not ringing
It just doesn't seem true to what he looks like
or
or his
something.
profession.
It feels like it's manufactured. Like I know this show is reality,
Yeah.
so it's not supposed to be scripted.
Right.
But I the whole time I was like, did somebody write this for you, buddy? Because
Yeah.
it seems a little scripted to me. It just seemed hollow,
Like convenient.
convenient, rehearsed.
Yeah.
It seemed like everything that I've ever heard everybody say condensed into one. It feels like he's a fan of the show and has been studying
Well-
up and is delivering it on his mark and hitting it.
My argument on that would be that I would say that most of the contestants have stories like that. That's why they're like kind of desperate and they're on the show. So I
Yeah.
think they probably have very similar stories because I feel like those type of stories would bring you to the path of being on the show.
But other people, to be fair, we always like, what's the tagline? Because people do repeat the same things.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you can't have the same story, you can't have a similar experience, but if you're not truly like looking in and telling your own story, it sounds like everybody else's story.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's all I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
the verbiage, and maybe he's just nervous. Like I'm not saying, I don't know if he's doing it to be malicious or to like win the game.
He does seem like a guy who's like not very aware of his feelings.
Or yeah, it just seemed like, here's the thing I say now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say because you could tell that really was hitting home for Becca because it was similar with kind of with Ari.
Yeah, I guess
a way.
so. Yeah. Well, that's still going on, the date. And
Her
then
and Ari?
No. Yeah. Hot tip, you guys.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
No, the date is going on while they announce the group date.
Yeah.
So we've got a group date, and then we've got the 2-on-1 announcement, and then we go back to Connor.
Yeah. This is nonstop Jordan and David arguing.
Yeah.
They're like adorably annoying.
They're both lame together,
so
aren't they?
annoying.
They were made for each other.
And like David's digs towards Jordan are very thin, and he's reaching for him a lot. Like, and it's kind of funny because he dug on himself a lot too. He's just like, I got the second to last rose bunch that really affected me. Jordan, you got the last rose this last time. How'd that affect
How
you?
are you feeling?
And he was like, the same as you felt 2 seconds later. And I was like, nice job, Jordan. Way to go on that one. That was a good line. I also have decided that Jordan definitely has a copy of the book The Secret underneath his bed.
I can see that.
For sure.
Yeah, I can see that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But that was fun too. Like, who said that? Colton said that when they came back later for the 2-in-1, where he's just like, hey, if you have this attitude, they had a great ram analogy where he was like, you guys are like two rams like on top of a mountain top.
You're going to fall off.
You're both gonna fall off. He's
Yeah.
like, stop it.
Yeah.
And then he was right.
Speaking of, not this analogy, but what's his name? Colton. I always keep calling him Connor.
Yeah.
When they were at the very end of their date, after their thing, and after they announced the group date, after they announced the 2-on-1, and they go back to their date, and they're on top of the like bus, smooching and having a good
yeah.
time. All I could think about was Con Air.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
It was like, oh man, Nick Cage is gonna come down from a plane
yeah,
right now. It's
yeah.
gonna be real bad. The like kisser sign. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, I've been watching too many movies my whole life because
Yeah.
anytime something like that happens,
Like
I
Con Air.
automatically think of a Con Air.
Yeah. Every time I see somebody go up above on a stretch limo, I always think of Big.
Oh, there you go. We are
every
influenced
time.
by
Every
the
single
media
time.
we
You know what I thought about that too is that they're like kiss her, right? And of course all those guys are like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
What? Is he kissing her? Is he kissing her?
Yeah, you're like, oh, don't like this view now, do you, bros?
Because Blake is so like calm and collective. I wanted him to have a breakdown about it and punch that glass, and then everybody gets sucked out.
Oh,
That
just
would
like
be
Con
fun.
Air. No,
Yeah, and they all fall down and like they're all holding one person. They have to let go of one person.
Oh gosh, like backdraft.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's
Yeah.
get.
What if that happened? What if they fell and Blake grabs David and then he grabbed Jordan? Which one do you think he dropped first?
Oh,
Jordan.
I don't know.
They were cheering when Jordan went home.
They really were pumped.
Yeah,
At
they
least
were
the way
pumped.
they
were
edited
like
it.
hugging each other.
Yeah, they were like high fives, high five. It's like the end
The
of
way
the
they
program.
edited it, that was non-edited. That was
well,
just perfect.
I mean, they could have been like, "Hey, you guys, Becca's outside. Be excited."
Yeah.
And they do it, and then they're like, "Just kidding.
No,
we're gonna use this here."
they're like, Jordan's gone. Spags.
High fives, high fives.
Yeah. And then Chris is just like, yeah, I love it. Cocaine.
He just like Scarfaces up. He
Yeah.
like opens the door to a new room and is like, "Let's fucking do this." Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Chris is losing it, man.
Oh my God. That dude is
Losing.
out of his mind.
Yeah.
I think too is that what I've noticed is that I feel like Becca or anybody should say their monologue or their speech that before they grab the rose.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like,
Because you
even
don't
with Colton,
like
she
when
was
they're
like, whatever.
holding it?
Because all the focus on the person that she's saying this to goes straight into that. You could tell that he's just like, grabbing the rose. Are you gonna give me the rose? What's going on? What's going on? And they don't really listen to what she's saying.
Yeah, the
and
game.
I feel like she's missing out on some really nice things that she's saying about these people. Yeah.
Yeah, they turn it off when that rose comes into play.
They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too much for someone to handle.
Yeah. Can't wear the ring.
Right.
I just, it's a Lord of the Rings. I just burped into the microphone and then I tried to laugh over it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did that
Who's
sound
getting
like?
the rose? Not this bitch.
Yeah.
Gross. Thank you so much. Homer Simpson on
Yeah.
every date ever. So the group date happens. We did talk about this a little bit. I kind of thought it was going to be Tom Jones for some reason. I don't know why. Because
I knew it was going to be.
yeah, duh.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? I was like,
I did like before that, Jordan, when they figured out that Jordan and David are going to be.
on the 2-on-1?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to crumple up like paper. I liked him just like his sound effects to me are so funny.
You love sound effects.
I love his sound
Yeah.
effects, but I was hoping he'd be like, I'm crumpled like paper. Beep, beep, beep. Chicka, 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 chicka.
Now we're in the recycling zone.
It's like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, because that was all right. Like, last week when it was who was that? Whatever. When he was like, I like the sound of snow. Like that,
Garrett.
Garrett,
yeah. Popcorn's like, chomp, 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 snow, snow, snow.
She's like, I'm just saying something really nice to you right now.
I want to say you're a dum-dum, but
Yeah.
you're like, snow is cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like every time if I was dating him,
Which one, Garrett or Jordan?
Garrett.
Oh, okay.
I think all the time I'd just be like, no.
You're so sweet.
It's all going to work out for you.
Speaking of kind of uncomfortable and sweet, what do you think about the Wayne Newton and his like wife, girlfriend? That moment was weird to me.
Yeah.
When they're like,
Because she was like,
everybody's smiling and he's like, now you sing it to the person you love.
oh, yeah.
And she like interrupts him and he's like, I'm still singing now.
Yeah. He goes, see how much better that looks?
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it doesn't.
Yeah, with that face too.
Yeah, your face isn't
How
moving.
old is he?
I don't know.
He has to be in
2,000
his-
years old?
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to be some kind of vampiric age,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
Also very sun.
You think he's one of Chris's minions?
Oh my god.
think so?
We might have found a hot demon scoop.
Yeah. Like he's who's the character Keanu Reeves played famously terrible in Dracula. Dracula's like little where he's like half a vampire. Mm-hmm. Like a slave. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
What's the famous name?
I've never seen him. I've never seen that. But
Keanu Reeves?
I know who Keanu Reeves, but I know the minion. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name, but
Yeah.
like
He's that
I
guy.
want to say Lord. For some reason, all I'm thinking about is Lord Voldemort because of all the Harry Potter stuff.
No, I've never seen Harry Potter.
But yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, who else would be at that table, right? So
Yeah.
Chris Harrison. So it's like a circle table of like demigods of evil.
I think
so. It'd
I'm
be
saying
Wayne Newton.
I think Wayne Newton serves Chris.
Okay, so Wayne Newton is like his butler.
Yeah.
and then there's Chris at the
yes,
table.
my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yeah,
he says
yeah.
like my lord.
Yeah. So he's sort of like oh gosh, I'm losing my brain. I can't think of any examples.
Also, like, okay, so yeah, we're losing everything here right now.
Well, you know what
so-
we're not losing? Michelob.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Michelob.
They did say truly a lot this time.
Dang it.
They said it 4 or 5 times.
Were you drinking?
In the middle. No, it was this morning.
Dang
yes.
it.
Yes, I was.
Dang it.
I would say I don't get why Wayne Newton is making everybody sing his song.
Got to get those rights.
Yeah.
Got to get those dollars.
Yeah.
Those cash dollars. You're going to sing
Is this
my
show
song?
really that good?
I don't know. I've never seen Wayne Newton. I don't even know if he's still on.
Like alive?
No, I mean I don't know if he's still
he hasn't
performing.
been alive for decades.
No, he's really juiced up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if he's on. Maybe you prickheads would know, but I've never gone to Vegas and watched him. I did watch one of those O shows last time I was in Vegas.
good?
He wasn't in there. It was good, but somebody got hurt, and that was like kind of scary.
Oh.
Yeah, like somebody was flipping around up top,
fell?
and they fell.
Oh my god.
And it was
Scary.
It was bad news. You know what's bad news? And like you're like, was that real? I don't know. And then you see all the people like dressed in black with the headphones come out, and you're like, fuck, shit got real. Yeah, bad news. Anyway,
Gross.
gross.
Then we get to see everybody
Sing along.
Yeah.
Now they don't take it very serious, which I think is good. I think when people take it too serious, it gets
Like Chris?
Yeah, at least Chris was like trying to get the audience hyped
He's like,
up.
I got this.
Yeah, but this is where he is in general has a rough time. Because he's always saying things like "Let's go" to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
He's very bully. Even with like Becca later on, he's like, "Look at me, listen."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Fuck off, dude!"
Yeah,
like,
calm the fuck down.
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he was like not triggering me, but I was just like, get this guy away.
Cocaine
like,
guy.
He is.
Tell ya.
He's cocaine guy.
Cocaine guy.
Like he is like, no, this is serious now.
Yeah.
It's too much, man.
Yeah.
Let's go work the room.
Yeah, I wrote down straight. I was just like, I fucking hate Chris.
You know, is it because we know a lot of people like that? Or what? What's the deal?
Yeah,
because I
it's
had the
that
same
type.
way.
I think it's that type.
I was like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Same thing for working in finance. Same
Yeah.
thing with comedians. You're like, you need to chill out. Like
Right.
you're like aggressively thirsty right now. And it is a very unappealing.
Well, that dude where he's
all
just like,
around.
he has his own agenda and he doesn't care about who he gets in the way of. For instance, like with Wills when he like walked in, and then Wills was nice enough to be like, yeah, I'll give you 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
I
yeah.
like seeing Wills kind of because he's like, he kind of plays off as like a nerd, but he's like a big dude.
Or like a chill. He's like a chill nerd.
Like a chill nerd.
Yeah.
But then like when like push comes to shove, he like sticks up for himself, which
Mm-hmm.
I really liked. Yeah, because when you go to that, is there anything you want to say with the singing? By the
Well,
way?
no, I think it was. I mean, everybody.
I had to walk away from it. It was so uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable. They were trying.
Yeah.
I think Becca knew it was going to be uncomfortable. She's like, oh, even afterwards
Yeah.
when they had the cocktail party, I think she was talking to Garrett and other people as
I like
well.
the guy who just sang Dankeschön.
Yeah.
He just changed like one
One word,
And I was
yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
can do a little better than that.
We're phoning this in.
Yeah.
But like everybody was being pretty chill about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, so like with Chris, I can't.
But Chris went down fast. Like that's the other thing is
And
like,
that's kind of fun. Everybody noticing it too. We're like, man, he's breaking.
yeah, like, and I get it. Like this does say something about your character. If like you feel like you're failing and you choose to lash out on everybody else,
And then
because life's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're gonna have like insecurities the whole time.
Yeah.
And to be like that, fucking crazy about it.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna come to me. She's gonna come
Yeah.
to me. Oh, she
Right.
didn't come to me. Fuck her. I'm leaving. Well, this guy's got to go. This guy's got to go.
Right. And then he was doing those things where it's like, well, I decided to leave. So she didn't say no to me. I said no to her.
Yeah.
Like one of those people.
And you can do that. You can 100% own that and being like,
Yeah.
you know what? I thought that I really made an impact. She clearly didn't think that way. I'm a little in my head. I think I'm more invested than she is. I can't play
That's
this
different.
game. I got to go.
That's
That is
different.
100% not what he did.
No,
Yeah.
he is acting like I'm the one fuck this, I'm leaving.
I deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing he said later. I'm jumping ahead,
And he
but
got desperate with her.
well, he was like, I think I deserve, or you owe me. That's
Yeah,
the other
he
thing he
goes,
said.
"You owe me 1,000
You owe me
kisses."
1,000 kisses. And
Yeah.
I would have been like, boy, bye.
Even she was like, what?
She was like, I owe you?
Yeah.
Like, you're gone.
And then
You
he's like,
remember-
I'm being playful.
Playful.
Not
No,
the way
you're
you said
not.
it.
No,
not
you're
the
not.
way you said it.
Well, that's the other thing about this, like gaslighting shit that I don't like. Ha ha ha, I'm being mean. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, no, it's you. It's you.
Yeah.
That guy needs to go.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, and I don't know because I'm not a guy, but mostly males do it. I don't know if it's happened to you, females. That is a thing that men do as an abusive relationship is all the time being like, it's just, what do you do something very aggressive and hurtful
Yeah.
and then make you think it's your fault.
Right.
get the fuck out now.
Well, that's what
get out now.
He's a cocaine addict, so he's very manipulative.
Get out.
He's a drug addict.
It's clearly like I was watching that and I was getting like.
I love watching the guys watch him be like that and be like, oh.
Yeah, because he was even doing
like,
it to the
great.
guys.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're all playing the victim here, aren't we? We're all the victim.
Like, no, we're not.
And that is like classic gaslighting shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And if that happens to you, because
is that your word of the day today?
No, but I feel like people don't realize how damaging it is.
Yeah.
And it needs to be like, people need to know what it is.
Yeah.
And when it happens to you, you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because that is a kind of emotional abuse that people take years to even realize what's happening.
Yeah.
There's this unspoken rule that you're the crazy one and you start to believe it.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
I hear you.
And it makes me very upset.
I see that.
Yeah. Cocaine, bad.
You just ripped
Gaslighting,
your
also
sleeves
bad.
off your shirt.
No, we're recording now. We know.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It was crazy, like even with Will's, where he's like, all right, fine, I'll give you 2 minutes, which is still a silly little amount of time, which made me laugh very much.
Yeah.
And then you could tell he's just like, and then he was talking to himself the whole time. He was breathing out loud. Will's, it was real funny. It was Will's funny.
It was funny.
It was for Will's funny. Anyways, and then he was like, with Becca, and she's like, what the fuck? And then Will's comes back, and he's like, what up, dude? That was like 40 seconds. And he's like, no, that was 2 minutes. And he's like, what the fuck, man? And then later on, when they had the conversation, Will's like, no, I think I handled that pretty well. And he's just like, dude, you only gave me like a little bit of time. And Will's like, hey, man, I was only talking to Becca for like a minute or two when you came in on my time, and then I gave you 2 minutes. I thought that was nice. He's like, yeah, but you only gave me like a minute or two. And he's like, yeah.
I didn't have to get up at all.
But he's also like, yeah, exactly what you did to me.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that I really like, and this is how you can see the dynamic, like Will's has the perfect reaction to someone like Cokehead Chris.
Right.
Which is to repeat what he's saying back to him.
Right.
In the calmest demeanor possible. You really disrespected. I did not disrespect you.
Yeah.
I did exactly what I said I was going to do.
Right. Which I didn't have to do.
Which I did not even have to do.
Right.
I did not do this. I did not do this. Like
Yeah.
you're constantly like, you never once doubt your own sanity.
Right.
And you just keep saying, that is not what happened. That is not what happened.
Yeah.
That is not what happened. This is what happened. I didn't have to do it. He did it like mwah.
Yeah.
And that's how you handle a cokehead.
Yeah,
or you just get the fuck out.
Yeah. And I also feel like when he came back.
Which he did. Sorry. I'm getting excited. He just walked away.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I love about Will. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm saying everything. I'm not wasting my time with any more of the shenanigans.
Right.
I said what I said. You said what you said. Now we're going.
But every time he'd walk away, I'm like, is that a jumper he's wearing?
Oh yeah, he had some pretty rad outfits. So he
Even
had like
Wayne Newton was like, I like
nice
that
outfit. Yeah, he had like he kind of reminded me. Remember Nick Season, the photographer with the jumpsuit?
Oh yeah.
Who I love. That was
Yeah.
like the first episode, like the first season I watched, and I was like, where is that photographer? Is he in it all the time? Because that jumpsuit is amazing.
Right.
It looks just like the jumpsuit
Yeah.
Will had on.
Yeah, that
I
was so
like,
great.
It's back.
Yeah.
The flower onesie.
And even when he was like being like, he's like, all right, it's time to go now. He's like, come on, man. He's like, no, you gotta go. This is my time. You're,
Yeah.
you're interrupting. You could tell Becca was kind of like, oh yeah.
Well, at the end, Becca said,
She's like,
I
"Ooh,
said I will
exciting."
come.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was like, is Becca just going to sit there? And I got to give her props for this kind of conversation. She said, I will come find you.
She felt like she was babysitting this whole episode.
I know. See,
my
I would be
God.
so pissed
I'd be so
off.
pissed. You could tell she's really fucking frustrated.
Yeah. Well, and she also said it. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
But she also said to the Chris, like, you need to trust me. I will come find you.
Right.
Get lost.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the other thing about folks who are either so anxious or so coked up or whatever we're calling it. He is not listening to her at all.
No.
She said, I need time to think about this.
Right.
He instantly, what we saw, who knows how long it actually was,
Right.
went to go bother her.
Right.
If I say I need time, you need to leave me alone.
Right.
Right? And like
Right.
when you're in that
Well, 'cause
like
he's
state.
She needs me to see him. She
Yeah.
needs to see me.
I got to address this. I got to address this.
gotta
You're
go, I
not
gotta-
listening.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're not going to be a good partner.
Right.
If you are not listening to me when I ask for something,
Yeah.
you are not a good partner.
And I like seeing.
He should not get that rose.
No.
Like he should not have gotten that rose.
And I also liked seeing. Well, his little speech at the end was a little manipulative, but you could tell she was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, give him a try.
But even like Garrett's sticking up for everybody too. That's kind of nice when you see like kind of goofy, silly guys all of a sudden like cut to the chase, where they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, dude, that was unfair to the rest of us too because we didn't get any time,
Yeah.
and they didn't get any time. So what? What are you doing? That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Soup's great.
You can see, well, you see people, like, if people do react that largely and seemingly, like, inappropriately, you're going to see other people, like, sort of, react.
Yeah.
So speaking of reacting inappropriately, we go to the 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Canopy out in the desert, just kind of driving along to the
Yeah.
desert. The silence bit. David cannot shut the fuck up.
No.
and I was instantly annoyed.
Yeah.
I was like, can she just send them both home right now? Like,
Right.
why do we have to watch all this? Can you just send them both home?
I know. David's just like, God damn, got on my nerves.
It was bad. It was bad.
Jordan's really funny, though, because in one of the talking heads, he was like, David, I'm sending you home tonight. And I wanted the producer to be like, Jordan, you know that's Becca that sends people home, right? And he's like,
you do
no,
watch the
but
show.
like, I'm the one who's doing it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But what do you mean? I don't get to send it. It's 2-on-1.
Yeah.
So I get to send it.
You know what
Jordan,
it is
Jordan,
like
Jordan.
about the Jordan-David dynamic? One, it's clearly their thing of the season. Like, people fight, whatever.
Yeah.
But David is constantly trying to sell something that no one's buying or
Right.
they already know.
Yeah.
Like, we already know Jordan's a goof.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell us on this. Like, you are
Right.
wasting everybody's time. By the end of it, I'm like, you're wasting everybody's time. Like, we get it.
I think there was like just more deep-rotted shit with that. Like, I think Jordan.
Yeah, but like nothing. It was just the same stuff over and over and over,
Right.
you know? And then even when Jordan was trying to like, I'm vulnerable. I got stuff to say. Like, my mom has mental issues and like, I'm very loyal because my mom has mental issues. Now back to David. You're like, what is happening here?
I don't know. Like, with Jordan's story, I kind of was like, okay, I have a much better understanding why Jordan is the way he is.
Yeah,
Growing up like that.
for sure.
Yeah.
But it's always like, I don't know. I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself. And so he says, I'm just being myself. This is just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And David's like, I'm just honest. I'm just an honest person. If you have to repeat that too much,
Yeah.
you doubt that about yourself. You know? Yeah. And the thing is, like, Becca, this is how you can tell, like, they just keep fighting afterwards. She's like, I need some time or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a moment. I'm really frustrated. I'm not sure what to do. She gets up. They don't even follow her.
No.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember when Kenny and Lee in Rachel's season had a
Yeah.
fight? There was
Kenny was funny.
There was a
Yeah.
moment where,
Snake. You're a snake.
and they were still fighting, but there was a moment where Kenny was like, listen, this is crazy. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here fighting with him. I don't want to focus on him at all.
Right.
Those two guys had none of that.
Right.
The second, Becca didn't need to be there at all.
Right.
She didn't even need to be there. She was there to kind of drive them to their fight.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it was so bananas. I would have just not given anybody the rose.
Yeah.
I mean, which she
I'm surprised
eventually
Jordan
did.
didn't have a bigger reaction when he did not get when he got sent home.
Yeah.
You think he'd have a bigger reaction?
I think he's setting himself up for paradise pretty well.
You think so?
100%.
I don't know. You think they actually want him there?
In his brain, I mean, I don't know the reality of it.
I bet you out of those two, Jordan will be there
Oh,
for
100%.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He works out.
He's a joker. He can always be the punchline.
Right.
He'll love to be in a bathing suit. They'll put him in a gold bathing
Yeah.
suit. They'll probably dress him up all in gold.
For sure.
You know, I mean, I can just see it. And
Yeah.
he's always like, I'm still looking for love. Wink to the camera.
Yeah,
He was not upset at all.
Because he was a little upset.
He's probably
At the end there,
embarrassed.
I felt something for him. He's just like, where he just said the line, and he's just like, I just want to find love or whatever. He said something. He said something. His last line he said, I forget.
Yeah, I'm going to go alone and sleep alone again. He said that.
He did say that, but after even he says something after that, he's just like, I'm just trying to find love or something. I actually kind of felt. I would say this last bit for me opened my eyes to Jordan a little more, and I felt kind of bad
Did
for
you?
him. Yeah, I did. Because I think there's a lot of insecurities that he's dealing with, a lot of shit from when he's a kid that he's like trying to like combat. Why he's always talking about like, I'm a model, I'm this, I'm that, I'm accepted, I make money, I have money, I'm doing well, all this shit, even though you're a model in Florida. Come on, let's be honest here. And I think because all that shit growing up poor and like the electricity getting cut out and his mom being all crazy.
I get it, and I don't think
I
you're
kind of
wrong.
felt for him.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I think there comes a point where, like, you know, and I didn't even think about this right now, but you talking about this kind of reminds me, like, I came from nothing. I did this. It's like a great, like, underdog story.
Yeah.
You're still...
They're trying to push too hard in the wrong way.
Or not even that. It's like, yeah, you can be an underdog and I can empathize with you, but you can still be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's this idea, and maybe it's in America, where it's like, you come from nothing and you become something, you should be respected and people should like you. No, you can still be an asshole.
No, he's still an asshole. I just think I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Like I felt for him. I'm
You
not
had a
like,
more
oh, I like
feeling.
him. I think I just felt bad for him, and I felt like, oh,
You can, like,
there's
empathize with
I
him.
empathize with him, and I felt like, oh, this is all a reaction to
Yeah.
it's kind of a shitty childhood. Sounds like
Yeah.
that you're just kind of this way.
Yeah, you're right. Empathy
So I
is
just
not
kind of
forgiveness.
felt, yeah. I don't want to be friends with the fucking guy. I'd be friends with him. I thought it'd be funny. Okay, so David. So when they like, because David was just on that kind of bed thing or whatever.
Yeah, canopy in the desert.
Yeah, because sometimes they like take a helicopter off. I thought it'd be funny if they were like, David, you're gone, and they turned on one of those like movie set fans that are huge, and it just blew him away. Like blew everything
like
away.
you just tumbleweeding out.
Right? Yeah. He's like, you gotta go, and then Becca just turns the fan
Yeah,
on.
it's like a Raising Saddles moment or something.
Yeah. Where they all
Blazing Saddles,
where he
rather.
all gets blown away. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, can they please do something like that?
Yeah.
Let me handle that part.
Oh man, you're
for
like,
you guys.
listen, I've got an idea for the show.
Right.
Yeah, it would be great if like, didn't they do like the chicken dance at like Arrested Development? They're like, bucka, bucka, bucka.
Yeah.
It would be great if they bucked him out too. I
Yeah.
think the wind blowing would be the best idea.
Oh, just have him blow, like just down the.
Yeah, just down the dust bowl.
That'd be so fun.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So here's the thing that. This is why I have a hard time
Also-
empathizing with Jordan.
Okay, go ahead.
He said a thing. I was vulnerable and I got no reward.
Oh, yeah.
That is an issue
Yeah.
with humanity. Not just Jordan,
Yeah.
but that is an issue, man. Like,
yeah.
this is the issue, I think, when it comes to partnerships and when it comes to relationships, heteronormative relationships, man-women relationship
Mm-hmm.
in general. Men are like, if I'm nice, I should get laid. That is a thing
Yeah.
that people think about. And I think it was like, was it Sylvia Plath or somebody? Is like, I'm not a machine that you put nice coins in and sex comes out. I'm messing up the quote.
Yeah.
But that is the mentality that most men have. Like, if I'm kind to you, where's mine?
Yeah.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I just like, Jordan, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. And men in general, like, it's upsetting that that's a deserved thing.
Well, I think it was for him, devil's advocate, is I think it was like, hey, I actually opened up and then I just got kind of shut down for it.
Yeah, and that's
like I
life.
basically like, yeah, but I think he's just like a guy that clearly doesn't open up ever. So so for him, even open up a little bit is a lot, and then he kind of like maybe his word of rewarded is wrong, but it's kind of like, and I just got hurt instead.
Yeah, and I think there needs to be, and I think you're probably right. I'm sure that's the justification that not just Jordan, but everybody feels. And I feel like this is what we need to like reteach people, is that it isn't about the reward.
Right.
It's about like you're opening up because you're learning something about yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's actually for you.
Right.
It's not to get laid. It's not to get the girl. It's not to get the trophy wife, the
Right.
supermodel, whatever the fuck you're trying to do. You're being vulnerable because you are scared to do something and you're making a choice and you're choosing to trust another person.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all it is.
That's a scary thing to do.
And that's
Yeah.
true bravery. But I feel
Yeah.
like in a lot of relationships and dating, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll put this thing forward so I can get this. That's not true vulnerability.
Yeah.
It just isn't, you know?
I agree. Yeah.
And that just bummed me out. But
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's a good talking point. So thank
Yeah.
you, Jordan, for that.
Oh, thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan.
I liked when he got in the limousine. He's just like, that sucked, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, it did suck, bro.
Maybe he's friends with the crew dudes. He's
Yeah,
like,
I think
oh,
it was
bro,
a little
so
bit.
that was.
I think secretly he's probably kind of fun to hang out with. But
Yeah.
he's just such an idiot.
I mean, that's
Where
even
he's
Becca
like, you have
was
a dumb
like,
friend.
you're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you're fun, but there's got to be something else.
Dude, you know what was funny? I'm sorry I called you dude. Dude, you know what?
Dude, what? Dude, tell me.
Is when they were like, when they took away the suitcase, I was like, oh, the bigger one's it's not Jordan's, it's David's.
Yeah.
Jordan's was so tiny compared to David.
Yeah.
Very silly.
Yeah, David probably had a lot of gauze.
Yeah, that eye.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, oh, Dave looks good. And then like his eye moved. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, oh yeah, chow.
Yeah.
Ooh. I gotta tell you, speaking of eyes, I gotta tell you, and this is probably, you're gonna make fun of me for it, but Leo wearing glasses, I had some feelings.
Did you really? Yeah. I
I
wrote
was
down
like,
I could watch his.
You put like, I'm the opposite of the she's all that, where
Yeah.
it's like you take the glasses off the girl and she's the babe.
Yeah.
I'm like, you put glasses on like a
Put your
hunky
hair
man
up.
with curly hair.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Sweats.
what?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Leo of all people.
Well, John's gone.
Yeah.
now.
Well, they kept cutting to Leo all the time. I'm like, I could watch this guy's facial reactions consistently. It'd be the best.
Leo, I'm like, why is there is not enough Leo time?
Yeah. I was thinking like, okay, who's gonna be the sleeper, right? I was like, I think it's gonna be Leo, but I think it's gonna be Jason more than anybody. But like,
yeah, he seems to last a long time.
he seems to last a long
in
time.
the very like, well, in this season, he's around.
Yeah, not
You
a lot
see
of
his
Leo.
face. Yeah,
So I
not
feel
a
like
lot of
Leo's
Leo.
going home soon.
Yeah, sad days.
Sad days when Leo Town.
Indeed.
Okay, when you listen to Becca's like, this is what I do on the weekends. I did like that. He's like, what's your weekend like?
Oh, for
then-
Jordan, we're going back to Jordan, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The question.
Her answer, I was like, man, I'm so glad I'm not on the show. I'd be so bored with that.
Oh, going to church and
I
like
just have
reading?
to go to church on and brunch on Sundays, and then on Saturdays I just have to read in bed all day. Mm-hmm. I was like, good for you. That's a good choice, but man, that'd be boring.
And he was like not listening at all.
Yeah, he's just like, he's
great.
like, so when do you work out? I work out every single day. The reason I work out is because I'm a model and I have to be like that. I don't know if you know that. I do facials. I did probably last time I did a facial was about 6 months ago. It's been a long time. And because models differently, it's really hard being a model. And she's like, what faces do you do? She goes, this one, and then do this one and that one. She's like, I was fucking with you. He goes, oh really? I'll do another one.
Is Zoolander real? 100%.
Yeah, and then she's like, really?
I know. Oh God, yeah, wizards.
It was fun listening to him talk.
Yeah, he just and even like they're like, cue the silly music.
Yeah.
He's gonna start talking.
Yeah. You could tell Becca was like, okay.
Yeah. Even when he went for the kiss, she was just like,
so awkward. So awkward.
Laugh. Yeah.
And this is your chance, man. This is your chance.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
And then we get into the cocktail party, which we talked about, where Chris like goes bonkers. Yeah. We talked a lot about. I'm like going through my notes. I'm like, we talked a lot about this because I feel like this is where we watched the show and we were like, like I think like this is where it got us.
Yeah.
It related to us.
Every time Chris was like, by the end there, every time I was just like, oh boy, this is not good for you.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing too. Is a really good point. Like,
I'm surprised his nose didn't start bleeding.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay if this game show, like, I feel like some people are just like, I have to win now.
Yeah.
You can go home. We've seen it happen before. We saw it with Clay this season because he hurt himself and he needed to like take care of his family. If you're like, this is not putting me in a good headspace because I clearly have a drug problem.
Yeah.
You should go.
Yeah. But he's not going to notice that.
I know. It sucks though, right? Do you think you would notice it? I would hope I would. Well, one, I'd never be on the show. But two, like, if you were and you were like, this is making me like, I'm turning into a monster.
Yeah.
I think I should go.
I don't know. Every time he'd stand up and he would like do the sleeve tug, I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like, you know what I'm talking about, bro? Like with the sleeve thing. It's such a cocky. I hate this guy.
Yeah. I think he's really firing off things for us.
I want to be friends with him
people.
for 2 years, and then I want to not invite. I want to be friends with him and bring him into my circle, and then I want to have this really destination trip for my birthday, and he's the only one I don't invite.
He'd lose it, man.
He'd lose it, and then I'd be like, I planned this 5 years ago,
just to make you insane.
Just to make you insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him.
Hell yeah. I don't think in any way that is wasting my time.
You're like, this is 100% fine.
Right.
With my time, my funds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I say, we become best friends, and then I get engaged, and then I go, I want you to be my usher.
Oh.
He would flip a lid.
This is a long con. Nice job,
it's all
Jonah.
about long cons. Yeah. I did like him too. He's like, when he's just like the talking dad thing, he's like, I have shown her and done such a good job.
I'm amazing.
It's amazing. I'm such a good guy.
I'm going to be an amazing husband.
Yeah. And then it goes ... And he's like, well, up until the last couple of days.
Yeah. I can't. He just can't stop talking about himself either.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
You know, he has this thing too, which I know that we talked about. I know that we talked about gaslighting a lot.
Yeah.
But there's this thing that Terry Crews, I think I might have mentioned this in the podcast before, but it's definitely worth mentioning again. Terry Crews of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and other
of keto.
Yeah, of
keto faster.
Of keto. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wrote this book, which is amazing, and he was on the Daily Show, is amazing. And I think Chris really embodies what he's saying. And in Terry Crews' book, in this interview, he's like, as a man, I didn't realize that I wanted to control people in my life. So he was like looking back at video and he's like saying, I was yelling at my daughter like she was a 30-year-old man and she was a child.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why she couldn't listen to what I was saying. And it like clicked in his head, like, I cannot control someone and love someone at the same time. And as a man, he's like, we have been taught as men that you're supposed to be in control.
Yeah.
That you have to not only control yourself, but you have to control the people around you. And he's like, that is a mistake. That is not how you love someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking Terry Crews. I'm like crying.
Yeah.
I was like, Terry Crews. And it's amazing. And Chris has that problem. He's trying to control it.
Yeah.
He's trying to control her.
Yeah.
He's trying to control the situation. He's like, if I rock this out, I will get the rose and everything in his control. And that's not how this shit
Yeah,
works.
and it seems like when he starts losing control, it's like even worse.
Yeah, and the whole point is like
we're desperate.
Yeah, you can't be a whole person, which maybe he's not trying to do. But somebody like Terry Crews is like, I apologize to my daughter every day and I try to ask for forgiveness and I'm working towards this because I thought I was loving someone and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because of this control issue. And if that's it's an epidemic among men of like, you've been taught to be in control.
Yeah.
That's scary. Don't you think? You don't know. Jonah's like, we're not talking about
I
it.
don't know. I don't have anything.
I feel like controlling. It's just a good point. Like if you find that you're trying to control something,
do you find that with
you're
a lot
not
of men?
loving someone? I think
not just with people in general.
I think. I also think it can come from a good place. Like Terry Crews was not a monster.
No.
I think that there's also
looks like a monster. That guy's huge.
He is very huge. This idea of protection, I'll take care of you, can come from a good place.
Right.
But I think you really have to go deep down and ask yourself, is that a little bit of control or is it pure love?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I think that's when it gets all confusing. I don't think people go into it and they're born monsters.
Right.
Right? Like, I don't think Chris was born like, I want to do some fucking cocaine right now and get crazy or
I
whatever.
think he was.
He doesn't come out of he comes out of the mom like, we're the party.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? This idea that you have to like let things go in order to truly love them and not try to like hold on. Like he really planned out that situation. Like I'm going to get this crowd going at this song.
Yeah.
I'm going to crush it.
Yeah.
I did the best. I was the last here. So you know what? I'm going to be the last one here and I'm going to blow her mind.
Right.
She chose then not to talk to anybody else. He lost it. Why? He was not in control.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeesh. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I think he just got a little too cocky, thinking like, I don't have to keep really fighting for this anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I proved my worth, and now she should do her right to come to me or whatever. It's like there's like.
Yeah. Same deal.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting rewarded?
Yeah.
I proved myself. That's all I need to do.
Right. But it's like an ongoing thing.
Exactly.
You know, it's a lot like comedy. So in a comedy career, it's like a flat plane, but with a big boulder, right? So at first you really got to push this thing, right?
I'm following your
follow
visual.
me?
Yep.
But eventually, like it's a little less, but you have to keep pushing it, just like in relationships. You have to keep pushing and fighting. But if you kind of stop pushing it or stop going for it, that boulder stops, and then you got to start all over again.
Or you're stagnant.
You're stagnant.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
So
I think
you're
it's
back
growth,
to square one,
right?
And the thing is, he's back to square one. He's got to start pushing that thing again.
Yeah. You know, or
I thought that was a pretty good analogy, but you didn't say anything back to it.
Yeah. Well, you didn't even let me. I'm still talking.
You're like, I'm sorry. You didn't give me the response I wanted immediately.
Yeah? Do you think you deserve a response, Jonah?
No.
No. I did a good thing.
You say something and then you see somebody's face and they go, yeah, oh yeah. Well, I think. Then you're like, oh, you didn't like that. Okay, cool.
Oh no, I think I just had to process, and I think
yeah, because there's a lot to process.
Lots of process, Jonah. Lots of process.
Yeah, you took your glasses off and now you're squeezing your eyes, so that makes me feel bad about myself.
My body language and Jonah, it's all going on. Michelob. Yeah, I do think that it's a constant, whether it's a boulder analogy, whatever you're using, it's a constant evolution. You're constantly evolving.
Yeah,
and if you choose to stay
should never
still,
not work for something.
Yeah, if you choose to stay still. Also, time's going to change you.
Yeah.
Like you could be pushing a boulder and then time happens and you got to push it a different way. I don't know about the boulder analogy.
Sure.
I'm
you know what? I think
I'm
that's
losing
great.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel.
What you just said was amazing.
Great. Thanks. Oh, that's the reaction you're looking for. Got it. Got it. But yeah, I think that I don't think Chris is going to last very much longer.
No.
Yeah. It's
I wanted
rough.
to see his next breakdown, which they kind of hinted towards it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to get me again.
Yeah,
I
they
fucking
probably
know it.
will.
There's just some guy stubs his toe in a dark door.
And he's like
dark door?
A dark door.
A dark door. I said dark door.
There's a dark door
Yeah.
and a stub
That's
toe.
hard to say. Say that 4 times quick.
Dark door. Dark door.
Whoa.
Oh, I forgot there was stuff on this chair and I
That's okay.
spilled all the nuts.
Oh, no. Oh, nuts.
So we have a rose ceremony
Yeah.
and John goes home, which is not surprising even though I'm bummed out because they didn't really show him. He didn't seem like he had a connection. He seemed like a friend.
Yeah, he just seemed like, guy's kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah. Which, I mean, hey, everybody doesn't always click.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And his outro wasn't cruel. It was a little like bummed out. He said, I'm bummed. That's a bummer.
But I think he kind of feel that too. But there wasn't really a connection.
It wasn't
I think
connected.
that they never really smooched, right?
No, I don't think so.
No
At least we
smooching?
didn't see.
No, we didn't see it.
So David, Jordan, and John are home.
Who's your front runners?
I still think Garrett. I still think the
I think so
popcorn.
too. Yeah.
Blake.
I think Blake's up there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I think Garrett, Blake, and Colton.
Yeah.
And I think Jason's going to be the sleeper.
Yeah, Will's too. I mean, Will's.
Yeah, Will's too.
Will's. I can't really get her vibe off of him because they seem to always be like getting along.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're not like showing a lot. They're showing a lot of Garrett stuff in my opinion.
They're showing a lot of Garrett stuff.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe they're just duping me, and I'm falling for it.
He does have a very charming smile.
Yeah, it takes up his whole face.
Yeah, it does.
Which she talked about. So next week they're going to Richmond, Virginia. Question: isn't that where Lauren's from?
Answer:
from Virginia?
I don't know.
Yeah, we do not research here.
But I thought she was like, it's the love.
It's Richmond, Virginia, which is something about love, which I did not know.
I feel like these trips are just like.
They're phoning it in.
Yeah, I feel like while they're in Vegas, Chris was just sitting with a bunch of, I forgot the word for it. When you go, can we cut this out and try it again?
You're the one that's gonna edit.
Please. When you go, here it is.
I like that you're just reaching at my notebook like you're grasping.
Okay, here's the cut. We're gonna cut again.
Take two.
Take two. Here it comes. Ready? Here it comes.
Ready.
I feel like the whole time they were in Vegas, Chris was sitting there for a timeshare.
Oh, he wanted to. Yeah. He was getting roped into some real estate.
Like they were like, if you come in the timeshare, it's fine. How big is your family? He's like 107.
Yeah. They're like, we have a really, really sweet spot, Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah. He's like, cool. Can I bring my family of 107?
We're pro-Mormon here.
We're pro-Mormon.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You look familiar.
I do.
Do I know you from somewhere? I was like, no. From The Bachelor? Because I look like Ari, but that's not me.
You don't know my true face. Tears off his human face. Oh, my God. If David Hasselhoff is... Oh, my God. Take two.
Want to take it again? Ready? I'll set you up. It's David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff is probably at that table of demigorgons
for sure.
as well.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, nailed that take.
I bet you they are all reading from the Gospel of Gary Busey.
What would Busey do?
Yeah. There's got to be a woman at the table. Who would be the woman at the table? There had to be.
Kellyanne Conway for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's just the evil person.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what they are? These demigorgons?
I don't think these people are evil. I think they're just like fucked up people.
Oh, I thought they were demons.
Oh,
Demigorgons.
Yeah, but she's like from real hell.
Oh, gotcha. She's not from reality TV.
Yeah, who's like a crazy...
Which is like a set from hell.
See, I would say...
Roseanne?
Same thing. Terrible person.
Yeah?
Who's
I don't understand that. I guess I'm not seeing the difference between...
Oh, I could tell you.
Okay,
who's the girl... Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli?
She's kind of a nut job.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think she's got a plan.
Are we doing like nut jobs?
Oh, because Gary but
Busey
some of the people are
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, they're like
Chris?
also doing like icky things, aren't they? Cap teeth and abuse.
Liza Minnelli's not looking very good.
True.
She's doing a lot to her face.
I really like her in Arrested Development though.
She's great in Arrested Development. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lucille too. Come on, it's good stuff.
Okay, let's pick somebody else then.
A lady.
Would it be
a lady?
Meg Ryan?
I don't think
I
don't know. Is she that crazy?
She's doing a lot to her face. She's so pretty. I don't know what she's doing. I bet she's aged. I bet she'd be so pretty if she didn't do it too.
Hollywood's got to mess you up, man.
Yeah.
You're dead after you're 40, according to Hollywood.
Yeah, you see Wayne Newton? Jeez Louise.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you
think he looks himself in the mirror and he's like, looking pretty good today, bud?
Maybe.
There's no way.
Maybe. Well, if
Can you be that blind to yourself?
Well, body dysmorphia is real, and I think it happens when you have surgery for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Michelob.
Oh,
yeah.
So what do you think about the Easter egg where Jordan is getting a facial? I was like, I thought we were done with this guy.
Yeah.
And then he came back for some goofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't you think he's going to be in Paradise or some other?
For sure.
Yeah, right?
100%.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, he's going to be in there. 100%.
Well, so you think...
Toodaloo.
So next week, we're getting down to the tail end of it. We're going to be in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Here's a paper straw just for fun. And then we got to be getting close to hometowns pretty soon.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Whoa.
And then overnights. SpaghettiOs. That's what it's going to sound like. Oh.
That's my Michelob drinking.
Yeah.
Well, Jonah, we did it. We had another podcast in the books. I'm hoping, I'm hoping that we're good for this film action. So we're going to do some YouTube things as well this week, which is exciting.
Very exciting.
Do you have any predictions for next week?
I think it was either the fall of Chris.
Yeah.
But I have a bad feeling that he's gonna sneak his way through, and then Leo's gonna go. I have a feeling.
That'll be sad.
What do you think?
I'll be like,
I know. I want like.
I wanted to see
I want
more
behind
of
the
Leo.
scenes with Leo.
Yeah.
I want to watch him get ready in the morning.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, if Leo did a get ready,
and
with
I want him to
YouTube.
talk about being a stunt driver.
Yeah.
Or
he's a
stuntman.
Yeah. I wonder if they're not showing us a lot. That's the other thing. It's like every once in a while I'm like, I want to see more of them. And then I wonder if we see him, we're like, oh, rough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would be sad to see Leo go.
I just would love to watch Leo talk about his job in a very serious manner, but then also flip his hair back while he does it. It's got to be so funny to see that.
Flip my hair back.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Could you imagine sitting in dinner with him and having a real conversation and watch him play with his hair the whole time?
I feel like
that's got to be the greatest thing ever.
You know what? It would be the greatest if he did an ASMR video where he brushed his hair.
Oh yeah.
I would watch that to go to sleep for sure.
And then I watch him pick his hair out of his food.
Oh, that would be not as fun. No. Although it would be soft, squishy sounds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, let's leave it. Jonah.
Yeah.
Let's say toodaloo and bye.
Any final goodbyes?
John, I'll miss you, but I think that you will probably be fantastic in the world.
What would happen
as
with your
yourself.
relationship if John listens to this podcast and then DM'd you?
Nothing would happen to my relationship. You mean with Jason?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
you wouldn't be like, hey, what's up?
No, never.
Would you flirt a little bit with him and then be like, I can't do this, I'm married?
No.
None of that?
No, I got a weird thing, which is not surprising to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get fluttery with celebrities. I'm very like.
Would you consider John a celebrity?
Well,
like
any celebrity,
C-list?
Even if it was somebody like big time. I'm not somebody who's like, I don't have a list of like, oh, if I was out of
Should
zip
tell me
code.
if Robert Redford was right here, right now.
Robert Redford is 97 years old.
You're telling me.
Yeah, I don't have a thing. I don't know. I think my ego's too big.
Yeah.
Or like I don't like get all weird around celebrities.
Interesting.
Maybe because I don't really am around them. I mean, maybe I'm a big fake liar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe if like somebody who I like respected was sitting right there, I'd be like,
like some author. I think you get really embarrassed. I think you'd nerd out. If there was like Tom Cruise here and then some author of some book you read 2 years ago over here, you would be nerding out with the author, like picking their brain, asking everything, and Tom Cruise would be over here being like, I have a new Mission Impossible movie coming out.
Yeah, but I'd be like, yo, Scientology's a cult. Bye.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm more than that.
Yeah, he thinks he's a god. Although, do you know that he broke his ankle in the last Mission Impossible? I wonder if he thinks if he's like immortal. Like, I think he thinks he's immortal a little bit because he does all those stunts and he's like 60 years old. It's like,
he looks great.
I think he thinks he's going to live forever and then he broke his ankle. I wonder if
I think he's just an adrenaline junkie.
messed with his head.
I'm sure it has.
I wonder if he's like, oh no, I can die.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Cryogenics.
Cryogenics.
So his next thing is going to be. But I guess I do nerd out and I like want to like, oh my God. Okay. Like if Barack Obama was here, I would lose it.
Really?
I'm like, what is happening? But it's not
What if
sexual.
it was Barack and then it was Michelle? Who
Oh my
would you
God.
freak out more about?
Michelle,
Really?
for sure.
Yeah?
I'd be like, oh I don't know. The team.
The
Oh
team.
God, I'd freak out.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to like, it's not a sexual freak out.
So if Michelle Obama, was sitting in this chair right now, and then all of a sudden you're like, whatever, and then you're looking at her, and then you see her look up, and she goes, oh, hey, Barack, and then you look over, and now it's Barack Obama, would you just puke?
I might be like, I'm like, whoa, intelligent leaders.
I don't know who I'd be like that with.
I don't know. I mean, probably Vanderpump Rules is.
That would be pretty big. That would be pretty exciting for me.
I don't even know a person, but I'm like, Vanderpump Rules is.
Yeah, they're pretty funny people. That's sad. That just made me feel bad about myself.
But you know what'll make you feel good?
What?
Michelobes.
I wonder who I would.
I don't know. You know what?
It was a good dig.
Think
I like
on
that
it.
one.
It wasn't a dig.
That was kind of a dig.
I was trying to be truthful.
But it was a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a truth dig.
Jonah, you always think everything's a roast.
I love truth digs. Truth digs are the best.
Think about it, though. Maybe there is somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it would have been Elf.
Ryan Reynolds.
For sure. Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
okay.
my Lord.
You'd lose it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, tell me all about
Feels-
your life.
I want to talk about two guys who are going to pizza place
I was
right now.
just going to think.
I want it right now. Just this is the last 2 seasons you guys dropped the pizza place.
Why? Why
Where
did
is
you drop the
everybody right
pizza?
now?
Why did you drop the pizza?
No, it's the best. That's
Oh,
when
you
it
like
became
it?
better.
Oh.
He's so funny.
I didn't watch it.
He's so charming and funny. And then I know his workout routine.
I'm sure you can find that on the
I
internet.
did. I don't think it's real.
Oh.
Yeah, he runs a lot now. That's why he's great. He's incredible.
Awesome. Well, there you found it. Easy.
I found it.
Easy, Jonah.
I found it.
So you know who's getting the rose? Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Deadpool's getting your rose.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's get the heck out of here.
You want to?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I don't want to tell you my whole to-do list, but I'm probably gonna go do laundry and get groceries. Oh, we want to go to Dubai.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh no, I was wondering.
I gotta edit some videos. Anywho, bye.
Goodbye. What? Not yet. No. Okay, cool. All right. Do that.
We can't. We clapped it. That's our audio cue.
We could
All right,
do
we'll
it again,
We'll
but
do
that
it
was
again.
because it was like so on key.
That was so good. We clapped like we were born to clap at that moment.
That's like the thing we do.
Don't clap more. Don't stop clapping.
Fine. We just went with the last one. Okay.
Ready?